This is MedStar Health at Leisure World, and my name's Kalia Jambrone, and I am the manager of operations. And with me today is Nina Kumar, who is our team coordinator for our front desk, and Jordan Aguilar, who is the MMG director of operations. So we want to tell you a little bit about what we do and how we work together, and have some fun along the way. Can you guys sort of tell me how you got here and what has your career path been like?
I started like 10 years ago in this field, and as a front desk with cardiology, and then my husband moved to this area, so we moved. Started at the front desk again, and then moved to a billing coordinator position, and then to the team coordinator. I guess I'm just like a sponge, trying to learn more every day. That's how I've been.
It's definitely what you do. You do it really well. What about you, Jordan?
So I've been here for almost a year at MedStar. I come from a couple different large systems in the area, doing kind of the same thing that I do now. I started out in primary care as a practice administrator, and just kind of grew along the way.
So have you always worked with this kind of population, this 55 and older geriatric?
So no, I've done a little bit of everything. I love this population though, and working with this population. But I've done a little bit of everything over in my career.
So we serve a little bit of a different population here, 55 and older, with an average age of about 82, 80. What do you think this population needs that may be a little different from some of the other sites throughout our system?
We need to be a little more sensitive, a little more compassionate to this patient population, because sometimes they can't, see well or hear well. So you have to be a little more, do a little bit more with this patient population.
I think that's important. And then, so that's kind of the frontline perspective. And then how about from, a little higher up, a little more bird's eye view?
So I think we know the statistics on our aging population in the United States. And so this is a very big part of our population. And we are now dealing with folks who are educated and having discussions every day about what's new. And this population is educated about what we should be doing and holding us to higher standards. I think that's, moving ahead. We're going to need to understand how to take care of them.
Yeah. And they make sure you listen because they have the time to make sure that you listen.
You do.
And while that may add complexity, it makes it feel like it's more of this community feel here than more of that maybe corporate or that sterile feel that we a lot of times see in the medical field. How, maybe I can ask you guys, how would you describe how we work together and what we do together?
So I love this team. I love this team because each one of us brings a different perspective.
I think so.
Because we all bring a different perspective, usually the solutions are very rich. We all look at it kind of from a different angle, and we come up with solutions that kind of work for all the stakeholders, the patients, everyone involved. So,
even though we may be this one MedStar, it's still very much siloed in some places, and overcoming that silo sometimes seems to be one of our biggest barriers. But I mean, it's what you make of it, right?
Right.
It's how we work together. So where do you feel like you fit in this? You're kind of stretched between the both of us and kind of holding together the front desk and the billing and the pretty much everything in your job duties. How do you feel like you fit and help us move forward?
Very comfortable right now where I am with, with the team I work with, because there is no resistance. They're always ready to help me. I come to you, you help me. I go to you if there's any question with MMG, and there's a quick response. And I have my experience at the site, so I can kind of understand the needs of this patient population for this site.
Mhm.
Good thing going.
I agree. And you do a good job of, keeping it together on the day-to-day and working with everybody. You do a good job.
Thank you.
As we work together and work through, all of these different perspectives and different ways of doing things and coming together, I think we kind of have an idea of what success looks like here, and it's definitely not a sprint. It's been a journey so far. But what does success look like to you in your role, and what you can impact on the day-to-day?
The patient leaving happy and satisfied with the whole experience.
So a lot of those eye care values, right? And making sure
at
we're
the
doing
front,
the actions.
with the MAs, with the providers, so they leave happy.
That's good. And what about you, Jordan?
Kind of the same. Happy patients, happy staff.
Right.
I think it'll be success. I'll consider it a success if everyone is glad to be here every day. So.
And how important do you think that staff and provider relationship is, from your perspective?
It is paramount.
Mm-hmm.
It's paramount.
It is. It's kind of make or break, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the most important thing we can work on here, because that translates to quality patient care.
Right.
Period. So
I totally agree, and I think that may be a lot of our challenge here, and maybe challenges for some of the other sites, and just making sure we come together as one team, one MedStar, one MACC. Even though we have very different cultures, we should be able to come together like we have, at this administrative leadership level, and it should be at the front lines, and making sure that we're keeping the patients happy and we're giving good customer service and the providers are giving high quality care.
Yeah.
So, as a final question, what do you think is your favorite part of working at MedStar?
when I think about what I like about here, about MedStar in general, is I like the fact that there's diversity here. And I mean that in all means of that word. Like, there's really experienced people here. There's brand new, right out of school folks who have great ideas. There's all kind of different cultures and different people, and all those different perspectives are kind of combined, and that's how we take care of people.
I think that's really good. That was an awesome point.
Really?
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
It's one of the things I like about here. It's when I was thinking about coming to work here, it was one of the things I looked at and all that. Like, I think that's one of the cool things about us is working together. I really do. Because we're all different. I'm like old school old lady, yeah. You're like, I just got out of school. This is what I learned.
This is what I learned.
And then,
this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Maybe this will work based on the data.
Right, exactly.
And in the end, no matter what happens, no matter a good day or a bad day, we're here, we're working toward the same goals, and we're one MedStar, and we're one Leisure World.
Right.